Hey boys and girls, Chef Eric Eisenbud here, the Grateful Chef, with you once again on a beautiful one, well, not such a beautiful Wednesday night here, but the episode is going to be beautiful. It's going to be a quick one. This is kind of an experiment. You know, we're continuing on the by request that we've been getting. It's been going 3 weeks now. This will be the third week. We did awesome octopus. That was amazing. Last week, what did we do last week? Not the octopus.
Something on the grill.
Something on the grill. We did fish, salmon, cedar
yes.
plank salmon, which was awesome.
You've cooked so
amazing.
much. You've cooked so much since then. I can't remember.
Blends together. And tonight, again, by request. It was sort of a request. We were asked the question, hey, do you ever do venison? That was asked last week by Mike Johnson. And guess what, Mike? Yes, we do venison. Not sure if you saw my post yesterday. I could not resist. I did a sous vide venison tenderloin with the risotto and a beautiful pan sauce with the beautiful demi-glaze that I made. Hopefully you guys saw that video too, the dry aged beef demi-glaze. It was off the charts. So tonight we're doing a little bit of an experiment because I have never cooked caveman style. Inspired by Jess Pryles, I saw her do an elk backstrap, I think it was. She did that this week, and I was like, you know what? There you go. I wait around till I get inspired. She inspired me. We're doing a venison tenderloin, which is much smaller. This thing is going to cook lickety-split. What is caveman style? Caveman style directly on the coals. So that's what we're doing. Cervina venison by D'Artagnan. It's awesome stuff. You can order it online. It's incredible quality. We're cooking it caveman style with a char-roasted corn. That's the return of char-roasted corn, because we did the char-roasted corn last week, I think, and it was so amazing. We're doing it again. So let's get right to cooking. Got my trusty old Rectech, or new, but it's getting old, Rectech Wild Side Argentinian style grill. Love it. Today, no grates. I got a ton of charcoal in here. It is ripping. I mean, I can barely stand near it. So here's that corn, char roasted. What I did was I softened some butter. I smeared it all over the cob, put it down on a piece of foil, salted it all around, wrapped it up nice and tight. And these are going right into the coals. And what's going to happen is that butter is going to melt, if it hasn't already. And we're going to keep rotating this. Butter's going to melt, and the kernels are actually going to get a char on them. It's actually going to like cook in butter. Amazing, amazing fresh Jersey corn. It's incredible. All right, let's go to meat.
I think I should have listened to you when you told me how hot it was over here.
Yeah, I offered, but that's okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. Since it's an experiment, I had a steak. I had a dry-aged steak. I think it's a 38-day dry-aged ribeye. Also was defrosted, so I'm going to throw that in there too, caveman style, just because we can. But here, as you can see, is our beautiful Cervina tenderloin from D'Artagnan. It is absolutely beautiful. I cleaned up a little silver skin on there. It is very small, so this is going to cook really, really fast. What I want to do is I decided I'm going to go with a little bit of a rub tonight. So I made a really quick rub. It is basically a little brown sugar, some salt, some ancho chili powder that I had, some smoked paprika, and I put a little bit of juniper berry. I toasted them up, and I put a little bit of juniper berry into my mortar and pestle, and I ground it up. So I am going to generously put this on our tenderloin. And you know, typically for meat I'll do like a salt and pepper, but we had this last night and it is not gamey at all. So I'm not really trying to cover up gaminess or anything. I'm just trying to, again, experiment. That's what this is, and that's what you should do in your kitchens, is experiment. And the worst thing that can happen is you fail. If you're ever stuck on something, feel free to reach out. I may or may not have the answer, but I'll try my best. My wise man once told me you don't have to have all the answers, but you do have to know where to get the answers. So if I don't know it, I know where I can get answers. All right, so we've got our tenderloin, again, generously coated in this rub. And I am going to actually just leave the steak salt and pepper. So I don't want to put this on yet because this is a meal that the corn is actually going to cook faster than the meat. I mean, slower than the meat. So just want to make sure that the corn is well on its way. It is. You can actually hear the bubbling of the butter inside these packages.
It almost sounds like it's about to pop.
Yep, it does. And I did by error put a hole in one of them, which is really not a good thing, but not too bad.
You get to eat that one.
Yeah, so I get to eat that one.
And Sabrina said hi, and Mike Johnson's with us with a big old woohoo.
Thank you, Mike.
Jay Judge, caveman time.
All right, so what I'm going to do is, and you may want to stand back a little, Lynn, I have the luxury of having a fan here. I want to get that fan because it's going to blow off some of the ash. So I'm going to crank it up. You'll see the ashes coming up. And look at what it's doing to the fire, too. I just want to get rid of some of the ash.
Sizzling.
All right. So turn that down. I think I'm going to put the steak on first.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I am totally open to either since we don't know what we're doing.
So what I learned from Jess Pryles is when you're doing caveman cooking, you need to have enough charcoal to, especially if the meat is a little bit bigger, to be able to put it down on one area, and then when you go to flip it, you don't want to flip it over onto the same area of charcoal. You want to then move it to a different area so it's as hot as the first spot that you put it on. I don't even have to check to see which area is hotter on this thing, because let me tell you something.
They're all hot.
It is crazy hot. So I'm going to put that right down on the coals, and we're going to see what happens.
And Kevin asked, is that a loin or tenderloin?
That is a tenderloin. It is probably listen, it's a very small piece. Probably too small to really experiment with this caveman cooking. But hey, that's what I had in the house. And I am not going to cancel just because I got too small of a piece of meat. If this works, which I'm anticipating it will, I'll come back and I'll do it again with something bigger. Maybe I'll get the elk backstrap that Jess used. That's more of a triangular piece. Actually, I've got tri-tip in the freezer.
Oh, we should do it with
tri-tip this way.
Well, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, we're going to see how this goes. All right, what I'm going to do is I am going to put my tenderloin on. This is just going to go nuts. The thinner pieces obviously are going to cook quicker. Put that in. We'll see what happens.
Crazy.
Isn't it?
Kevin said that Alton Brown always used a hairdryer. He likes your built-in fan a lot better.
What I'm going to do is, what I'm surprised at, first of all, see, I do see a little flame here, but I'm surprised that the thing just didn't up in flames. And so far, it doesn't. Watch the camera on there; it's going to melt. None of the coals are sticking to the meat. I just checked the steak. I'm going to have a little super energy pill while we're over here because look at this. In the secret compartment of my ring, I fill with an Underdog super energy pill. Awesome.
What tomatoes are these?
These are, I wanted to say Yukon Gold. They
Sun
are
Gold,
Sun Gold. What's cool on the steak, I can actually see it cooking, at what level it's cooking. Keep flipping my corn, rolling it around.
Kevin said the fire is probably 1,800 degrees.
It is ripping.
All I can say is my ears are on fire.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'm getting ready to flip the steak.
Wow.
Already.
Yep.
Just check it out. This is experiment time. So you can see.
Got a little ash. Or is that
No, that's just
sweat?
that's bubbles. So you can see it's getting a little crust. I'm going to continue to keep it on that side, just because I can.
Okay.
Yeah, and the charcoal, you know, just falls right off, which is really cool. That was one of my concerns. Are we going to be eating like burnt marshmallow? But no.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, looks really good. Turn the fan on a little bit.
Woo!
That is incredible. All right, now I'm going to flip the steak. Flip it over. I'm going to do it on a different area, right there. I'm going to move this big chunk because I want it to be more even, and that is unbelievable. Beautiful crust. Now, the venison, you really have to eat it rare to just medium rare. So let's go flip this baby. Oh yeah.
All right, so from Bill Deal.
Yeah.
Hello, Chef and Lynn. In the Midwest, we call that a backstrap. The tenderloin is located below the spine between the rear legs. We often cook the tenders over open fire at deer camp.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. And we've got Teddy, said he likes it. Dave Levine said hi from South Florida.
Hey, Dave.
Miss you, Dave.
I'm going to check the temperature of the steak just because, again, I've never done this before. Still pretty cool.
Really? What temperature is it right now?
It was 70 something.
Oh, that is cold. Cold.
All right. Flipping corn.
Okay, guys, it smells incredible. Are you getting this?
I'm getting the smell.
Hello? You're not, or you?
I am. So, in case you're wondering, the charcoal I'm using, I usually like to use B&B competition char logs. There has been a back order situation through this pandemic, so I'm using B&B lump charcoal, and it's really awesome. I mean, this stuff is so hot and it burns for a long time. Look at that. Let me just put it on my plate and I want to check it. Oh yeah, we got a little bit. I'm going to check it again.
Feeling rare?
Yeah, still saying 76. Okay. Temperature doesn't lie. Check our back strap. Oh my god, it's like butter.
What are we going for with this?
I want to go about, let's see, about 120, 125. So this is almost done. I'm sure these ends are done. I'm just going to flip it over, put it back on for a minute.
Kevin's digging your grill, and we've got Sophie with us. Hey, Sophie.
Hi, Soph.
And she said, wow, those coals. I can smell your backyard from here.
They are ripping.
Your neighbors must be jealous.
Yes. All right, so as always, or it's been working so far, looking for recommendations. If you guys want to see me do anything, put it out there. And so far, we're 3 for 3 week-wise as far as recommendations. So, you know, put it out there. Don't put it past me. I will be happy to oblige if it works. You know, if it works in our schedule. So, do it.
So,
that would be awesome.
What do you guys want to see us cook? Really,
that is the question.
What do you want to see Eric cook?
Us cook. What do you want to see us cook?
What do you want to see me holding the camera watching Eric cook? And Kevin was recommending that you get a Kamado style grill smoker.
That
Wow.
is definitely not in the budget.
No.
Smells great, right?
It smells incredible.
This looks awesome. The corn, just keep flipping. Oh, I hear popping.
Popcorn.
You hear that? What I need to find is a longer pair of tongs. Because I'm going to do this, you know, the real knuckle burner.
Anybody have long tong recommendations?
All right, I'm gonna set it this steak is done. We're going to let it rest. Look at that.
Mm. Okay,
Woo.
I just want to point out the bright red coals.
I mean that one?
Holy cow. That's incredible.
And it's very awesome that the stuff isn't sticking to it.
Bill Deal suggests, how about Texas Twinkies for an appetizer? I do not know what a Texas Twinkie is. Unless it's a deep fried Twinkie.
No. It's like a jalapeno something.
Bill, you're going to have to tell us what it is.
Alright. I'm calling it. Well,
You wanna
still
test?
seems a little soft.
Want to take a temp? Take its temperature.
Let's take its temperature. Oh, I smell popcorn. Yeah, still 88. It's going back on. Fine.
So are you sure that's done?
Yeah, that's done.
All right. Sophie said something about popcorn, lamb shank. You even make coals look yummy.
I'm
Are we-
taking the corn off.
Are we going to check our popcorn?
I'm going to let that cool because guess what?
It's also 1800 degrees.
It is at least 1,000 degrees.
Yeah, let's not touch it.
Nice. I'm going to let that chill a little bit. We need to flip our back strap. Look how it shrunk.
Oh, the corn smells outstanding.
Keep checking it.
Aaron Beckman said, looking to do a stuffed pork loin on the wild side.
Nice. I sent a question to the wild side group because I want to know if I can put the cover on hot coals. Like say it started to rain right now, that's what I would want to do, and I'm not sure if I can do that without warping. Alright, so we're getting there. 97, 98, 99, going up, going up.
I think we're going to have to do what Bill Deal is suggesting.
What's that?
Texas Twinkies.
What are they?
Jalapenos stopped with chopped brisket, cheddar cheese, cream cheese wrapped in bacon, and glazed with barbecue sauce when bacon is almost done to your liking.
Alright, so this is about 100 degrees. This is calling at 105. I think I'm going to take it off. Going to let it rest. Going to let that rest while we do our corn. How's that?
Alright.
I'm going to put the venison right in there to rest. I'm going to take that and put that over there. I'm going to wipe off my board. So I got to let this rest because why? Because we don't want the juices to come out and take something that is rare or medium rare, run all the juices out, and it turns gray.
We don't want gray steak.
Look at this, you guys.
Beauty.
That is awesome. So I'm going to keep it so it stays warm. And we'll get into our steak first. Let's see, I'm sure one of these must be, oh, look at this one.
I want that
Alright,
one.
so half of it's good. I mean, that's still good.
I think that's going to be awesome.
Charred corn.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially this stuff is sugar sweet. Killer.
So, and I'm thinking if the venison's too rare, we just throw it back on the grill.
Yeah. Let's see.
How's this one looking?
Toasty. That.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
The next time we do Mexican street corn, I think we should do it. Throw it on the coals like that.
Nice. All right, now what we got here? Okay. So I could have done a better job at rotating, but you know what? That's going to be damn good.
It really wasn't our focus, but
It was not our focus. All right. Let's move over to the cutting table. AKA, get my face away from this heat. Nice. All right. You guys with me?
yeah, they're sort of, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, now
Cool.
they're with you.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna move over here though.
All right. So, first thing I want to do is look at this steak. Now, being that it is a ribeye, you've got that big spinalis on here that tends to overcook before the other part is done. So what I'm going to do is, and I like to do this, I'm going to separate the spinalis. It's a whole different eating experience. And I am going to just try and slice it. I used to chunk my spinalis, but I've learned to slice it better. Nice chunk of fat there. All right, beautiful.
This is dry aged, isn't it?
This is dry aged. Of course, it'll cook quicker. Got this little tail piece. That's all fat. Yeah, very good. All right, here we go. Oh, she's going in. It might be all fat. I don't know.
Wow.
Tasty?
Yeah. Oops.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. It might be hard to tell because of the light, but it is beauty. There's our steak. And do I dare cut into our back strap? Sure.
No.
All right, so this is the muscle on the end that I'm going to cut off. I could have cut it off before, but it'll be a nice little nugget. All right, there's a little bit of, I don't mind eating ash. All right, let me see if we got a grain going here. All right, so we've got a grain going this way.
And my sister said it's looking delish.
All right, so as expected, that little pointy end got a little overcooked.
Well, at least the ends aren't overcooked, undercooked.
Yeah, this is absolutely perfect. That's exactly what you want. You want that redness there. Beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. It didn't even take long.
So, and if anybody can hear the music, that music is coming from about 3 acres away.
Our neighbor's new pool.
Yep. 3 acres through the woods.
All right, so look at that, guys. Beautiful venison. We have a gorgeous dry-aged ribeye. We're going to go get some corn.
All right. I'm going to put the camera down.
Okay.
So,
we'll put the corn right on our board. And the corn is so good in New Jersey right now that 1 ear apiece usually isn't enough for us. So I bought 2 ears apiece.
thank you.
2 yellow and 2 white. And here we go, man. This is awesome.
Bill Deal's thinking that this is all bad and we should really send it to him just to check it out.
I don't know, man. I think coming here for a Wednesday night is a good enough reason for a road trip if I ever heard one.
I think so too.
All right, so once again, guys, I'm going to take a taste. So I know how much you love that. I'm going to go for the super rare part because
You can.
I can. All right. Smells great. It's juicy, meaty. It's actually a little sweet. Maybe that's from the rub, or maybe it's from the meat.
How does it compare to the one you did sous vide yesterday?
Completely different. This cuts like a steak. Last night I did sous vide, 129 degrees for 2 hours. It was like butter, if I tell you. It was like velvet, very soft. A whole different eating experience. This is really delicious. The char from the charcoal, amazing. And I'm going to take a little bite of this ribeye, dry aged ribeye from my steak ager juices. And that's a completely different texture, but absolutely delicious. And I'm finished chewing. I'll take a bite of this charred corn just because
You can.
I can. Look at that. Awesome. Well, Lynn and I are going to go enjoy the rest of this meal. Much gratitude to you, as always, for joining in, for sharing with your friends and family these videos, not just after the fact, but when you know it's coming up. Share that invite that I send out. Share it with everybody. Really trying to bump up our membership in the Grateful Chef with Eric Eisenbud group, and get some more people tuned in to what we do here on Wednesday nights on our lives, and the rest of the week on the group, the pictures, the participation from you guys. I love it. So, as always, eat well, be kind, and we'll see you on the next Grateful Chef video. Peace.